Charles, and he is going to go ahead and share some phenomenal information with you on this evening. So, Dr. Charles Castillo, or also known as Dr. C.A. Castillo, right? So, tell us, how many books do you currently have?
All right. Currently have 5 books out there, getting ready to release the number 6 in August. But
Woohoo!
I just want to thank
Congratulations.
you.
Y'all put congratulations in the chat. Y'all put congratulations in the chat.
Just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to your audience and hopefully share something that can be a gem for them to take long after we're gone. So I appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. So, what made you write the books that you wrote? Tell me a little bit about that.
So funny story. I used to have anger problems, right? And when I was angry, I used to punch the walls. So one day, something clicked in my head, like, "Hey, idiot, why are you hurting yourself? Because you're angry." So I decided to, instead of continue to punch the walls, decided to write. So
Mm,
that's how I changed the way that I did things to now how I'm doing things. So I took something that was negative and then made it positive, and now hopefully influencing other people to do some great things from the books that I've written.
you know what? That's a whole class. That's like a whole course, a training, seriously, because you know how many people have anger issues
Mhm.
all the time? And what is it that they can do or need to do in order to say, you know what? I need to start literally turning this thing around, right? We want to turn this thing around. I don't want to have the anger issues anymore. I don't want to keep doing the same things I've been doing and keep getting the same results, right? And so I love that you turned a positive into a negative, and I love that you're like, "Ooh, let me do something different." So, that's so good. No, seriously, I would have never even imagined that answer. And so I'm glad you definitely shared that with us. But tell us about the book that you love the most, right? You said you have number 6 coming on the way. So out of the 5 books, what is the title of the book that you like the most, and why do you like it the most?
All right, that's a tricky question because my first book, I really loved my first book because it's a book about benefits that veterans and even active service members can use. And my number one cause is for the veteran community.
Thank
But
you for your service as
thank you
well.
for yours as well. That's how we met, as a matter of fact, right?
Yes, 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 definitely. Veterans should be supporting other veterans. So if you're a veteran, please put in the chat that you're a veteran too. I'm a veteran too. I'm a veteran too. Please, I would like to know if you are a veteran of the United States military. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
but I
no,
just
we
want to say
good.
thank you for your service.
And again, thank you for yours. But my favorite book is The Resilient Mind, Harnessing Inner Strength to Guide the Body. And
Mm,
the reason for that is because I have a passion for the mental wellness community,
mm.
right? And so this book is written for those who can relate. And once you start reading, you either see yourself or you see somebody that you know. And so that's why, like, The Resilient Mind
Hmm.
is the one that I really love the most. And it can also, like, the tools that's in there can help many communities, but it can definitely help the veteran community for sure.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So how many years did you serve in the veteran community? How long did you serve in the military?
So I served over 24 years in the military. I
Mm.
started out in 1993 as
Mm-hmm.
an enlisted armor. So for all my armor, 19 kilos, I'm still here with you. I
Awesome.
I got out, went
Uh-huh.
to school. I got out, stayed in the National Guard, went to school, received my bachelor's degree in psychology,
Mm-hmm.
and then I came back in as an officer. So I switched over, and I've been proud to serve this nation and to do what I can to give back for the nation, to the nation that has taken care of me And because I was born in Belize, I came up
Mm.
here when I was 9, and this nation has done great things for me. So I just want to give back. And so serving in the service was one way, and now I'm serving in the mental wellness community.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for your service. We have another veteran on here, Lillian. She just said hello. She's a veteran as well of the United States Air Force. And so that's the thing. It's like serving your country is one thing, but I love how you carried it over into your book. And I feel like sometimes as service members, we continuously serve our community. Like I still do book signings at the military bases. I want to continue to serve our veterans in so many different ways, pray for them and different things that we could do. And so awesome, awesome, awesome. So someone says you have an announcement that you are hired. Okay, Bryony, I'm not sure if you know who Bryony is, but he's
Oh,
giving you an announcement.
all
And
right.
so he said you are hired. Okay, so I guess he's excited that you're a part, that you're serving the veterans and helping the veterans out as well. So tell us, when you had to make that decision to say, you know what, I'm going to start with my anger issues and I'm going to turn this thing around. Did you think about start teaching that strategy to other people outside of in your books?
Yes, and that's why I started mental resilience counseling. I'm
Mm,
the founder and lead clinician. I'm a licensed mental health counselor here in the state of Florida. I'm
nice.
also an international resilience life coach where I
Nice.
teach on resilience and hope. And so, again, giving back to the community that I'm proud and blessed to serve, that's how I ended up shifting it. Because, again, I feel like I'm genuine and my clients can relate to me because I am them and they're me. And
Wow, that
yeah.
is so good. I am them and them are me. Yes, Joyce said, Jesus said, spread the gospel to all nations. Amen, Joyce. Look, we spread the gospel through our books as well. I know I spread the gospel. My books are prayer books and daily devotionals. And Lillian, I like that she said that. That's awesome teaching on resilience and hope. Yeah, we have to be resilient because a lot of times people we get knocked down in life, right? We get knocked down, but the reality is how are we going to get back up? And with resilience, that's we have to learn how to get back up, right? And so I like that that is something that you teach and that you share and that you help with. And so yes, 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 we have to keep making sure we are supporting one another and we have to make sure that we are really helping each other get back up, right? We
Yes.
can't just start leave our, like, I know when I was in the military, and I did a similar path. I went what they call the green to gold program in the army, and for enlisted to go into officer. But I was in like a 2 year ROTC program because I already had my um, associate's degree. So when I was in what they call, your battle buddy, like we couldn't leave our battle buddy behind. We had to always be there for our battle buddy, right? And so I love that as veterans, we help each our other fellow veterans get back up if they fall back, if they fall for some reason, right? And so I love, love, love that. So tell me about your next book, your second book, and tell us what it's about, and then we're going to talk about how people can get your book. So I'm actually going to put a link in the chat on how people can get. Oh, Lillian said, "Where's Dr. Charles based and what's the name of his book?" So he about to tell you all of that. He just told us he's based in sunny Florida, which hasn't been so sunny the past 2 or 3 days, right? But go but go ahead, Charles. Charles, go ahead and tell Lillian she would like to know the name of your book. So he don't just have one book, Lillian. Lillian's an author as well as a veteran. So she's in my six figure author academy as well. But yes, go ahead and share with Lillian what's the name of all your books. How about that?
Okay, thank you. So the first book that I wrote, which again, when I started changing my mindset and then starting changing what I do when I'm angry or when I feel certain emotions, the first book that I wrote was Making It to the Top: Lessons from a Service Member. And
Mm,
I was in Kuwait at the time. I was doing a 1 year tour, And it's funny, whenever I read that book, I can see when I was angry because I use that to say, okay, I'm gonna. So when you write books, for those of us who have written books, we have to have a plan, right? And so I broke down the structure and the how long I would want to take to write the book. But I made when I came up, I said I was going to finish the book in I think it was like 90 days. But my goal was to write at least half a page, right? Half a page a day, a minimum. And like when I read some of my books and when I especially making it to the top, I can see when I was angry and I smile, right? Because I knew like wait, I mean after because I'm used to be a human resource officer in the
Mhm.
military and I know my colleague some of them should be coming on, or some of them should be here. And I did that. And I was like, okay, so that's my first book. And then my second book, I was honored to write my second book with my son. It's not really my book. I co-authored it with my son, Malik Castillo. I have three amazing children. And we co-authored it, and it's called Lessons from My Dad. Right? And
Ooh.
basically what it is lessons that I learned from my dad that I
Mhm.
taught him that he emphasized what he learned from me. So
Nice.
that was
And how
this
old, well, let me ask you a quick question. How old was Malik when he helped you write that book?
15, right?
Nice. Awesome.
Because
Awesome.
yeah, he was 15. I believe in I believe in how you're gonna pass it down. You got to teach while you also leading, right? And so we published it when he was 16. He had just turned 16. We was trying to get him to publish it at 15, but when things are meant to be, they're meant to be. He had
Mhm.
some writer's block, and I couldn't carry him. I had to lead him out of the writer's block. So it took a little bit
Wow.
longer than he had expected, but we
Mhm.
got it done, and then we published that. He should be revising it in the next probably in the next few months so that he can do some updates with it.
So how
But
old is he now?
he is now 20. He goes to the University of Central Florida
Okay.
studying engineering.
Awesome. Lillian said, love that. Teachers while leading, teaching while leading. So we have Danny here. Welcome, Danny.
Hey,
He said, thank
Danny.
you for
Thank
the
you.
invite to the podcast and thank you for your service. Yes. And look, don't y'all want to know where to get the book from? You want to go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com. Go right now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. No, I want you to wait till after the podcast. But anyway, don't leave the podcast. I just have a quick question though, because
Mhm.
I want to ask anyone, have you ever been angry before? I'll put it in the chat. Be honest. Have you ever been angry? Have you ever been angry? Put yes, 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 or no, no, no. Put no, something. We also have Purdy. I think his name is Purdy. He's an AG defendant serve. Okay, Adjutant General. I think that's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
So
AG.
that's PRD. So for Puerto Rican Diaz, that's one of my comrades and my battle buddy. We were AG. We were in the
Okay.
same unit together. So she came to support me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
And thank
you,
you for
newly
your service.
promotable Lieutenant Colonel Diaz.
Woo! Congratulations on your promotion. Like I said, we're here to really, of course, those that honored, I mean, those that serve in our military, our veterans. Again, I'm a veteran as well. And actually, I have a business partner. She actually has a podcast for veterans. I may see if you all could be featured on hers as well. And she's an author as well. But definitely, I went to a military training. It was actually at Hillsborough Community College. It was for veterans during COVID. And one of the things they said in there was that veterans make great entrepreneurs and authors. Do you think veterans make great entrepreneurs and authors? And if you think so, tell us why.
Well, I'm biased, so I'm gonna say yes, right? Because I'm a veteran and I'm an author. You're a veteran, you're an author,
Okay, that's
and
good. That's
that's some
good.
good things to bring into the entrepreneurial world because
Mhm,
some of our experiences can really help us talk about certain things that others may be able to relate to from a different
mhm.
industry, right? So
Okay.
again, being able to share our experience and then connect with others as they learn because one of the things that I've learned over the few years of becoming an entrepreneur is I wish I would have learned some of these things in school. They don't teach us these things in school, right?
Right.
But some of the training that we received in the military and some of the leadership role that we had it
Yes,
kind of helps us and it kind of shapes us and it kind of gives us, because processes will be processes, right? And
absolutely.
so once you find what works or what don't work, then you refine what it is that you're doing. So I have to shout out a couple organizations, couple military organizations,
Okay.
like Veteran Counseling Veterans, uh,
Mm,
CEO Tony Williams. I mean,
okay.
he's a passionate retired officer
Mm-hmm.
who started that company so
Mm,
that he can help veterans, because he know we need help. And
amen.
sometimes
That's
we
good.
don't we don't go get the help that we need
Mm,
because we learn, hey, are you injured or are you hurt? And if you hurt, you don't say anything. But now we're trying to help others to say it's okay to take a knee so that you can get up stronger. And that's where the resilience comes in, right? You talk about resilience. What I've learned from this journey is we are all resilient. From the time we were born,
absolutely.
that's when resilience happened, even probably before we were born. But sometimes we need to be reminded. So remember that each and every one of us are resilient because we've been through our toughest moment.
Mm. But that's good. And you said we need to be reminded. Did y'all hear that? We need to be reminded. Go get your copy of mentalresiliencecounseling.com because he's right. We've all had to bounce back from something, but we sometimes we just need to be reminded of how to do that. We have the Blessed for Life 25 from Maryland in the house. And yes, Lillian said teaching while leading. We also have Deidre D. And she said, yes, 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 absolutely. She's been angry before. Sister Lorraine said she's been. Thank you for joining us, Lorraine. We appreciate you. He said, I'm here for you, my guy. Oh, I love it. PRD Diaz from Puerto Rico. Okay. So, yes, I love this. Our ability to break down and analyze situations from many aspects, yes, of life. So, yeah, we have to make sure we are able to do that. So, I'm excited again because, Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles Castillo, we lost him. But while we're waiting for him to come back, I want you to do this. I'm going to put his socials where you could connect with him on Facebook. Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yes. The devil's busy, but we're not gonna let him stop us.
That's right. We are unstoppable, right? And it's so funny because I had to put that today. Like again, for some reason my YouTube wasn't showing up. So I had to, so it's working now. I had to create an entire YouTube link. I'm telling y'all, if y'all only knew, this is my first time back in like almost 2 months. But it's some great information that people need to hear about supporting our veterans, about bouncing back, about being resilient, and just so many other things that they need to hear about what you said about leadership just a moment ago. And I really think it is important that the things that we learn in the military, because again, we do have a lot of veterans that are watching, that we do carry that on after retirement or after we get out. Stay disciplined, keep having those leadership skills so that we could keep being the people that God has called us to be in the community as well. And so, yes, I appreciate you sharing that when you talked about the leadership skills. So, you all, if you have not already done so, go ahead and I'm going to let you go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com because, again, he has a lot of resources there. The Resilient Mind, his first book, Cash Capital Enterprise presents values. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have you talk about that in a minute. Making it to the top, lessons from a service member. Belize. Oh my goodness, the secret gem of the Caribbean people, places, culture, and food. I need you to talk about that first, and then lessons from my dad. So let's talk about Belize, the secret gem of the Caribbean people, places, culture, and food. Anybody want to go to Belize? Put Belize, Belize. You probably like, Melanie, you want me to spell Belize? I'm about to tell you how to spell it. I tell y'all we like to have fun. Put Belize in the chat if you want to travel to Belize. Okay. Put Belize in the chat. I don't know about y'all, but I want to travel a whole lot of places. I want to travel to Belize. Did y'all share the broadcast? I know I'm asking y'all to do a whole lot, but listen, make sure you're sharing this broadcast because sharing is caring. Amen. So put Belize. I ain't see nobody put. I'm about to put Belize in the chat because I want to go to Belize. But tell us, how long you said you grew up in Belize, right?
Now, I was born in Belize, but I grew up in
Okay.
New York. I grew up
Oh,
in
you
Brooklyn.
grew up in New York. Okay.
Mhm.
So you were born. How old were you when you left Belize?
I was 9 years old.
Oh, okay. So you did grow there a little bit. So how often do you go back?
Pretty much every month. I'm semi-retired, right?
You go to Belize every single month?
Yes, pretty
Wow.
much.
Okay. So yeah, that's huge. So that's a blessing in itself.
Mhm.
Ooh, how far is the flight from Belize from
From here, within from here to Miami and Miami to Belize, you're there within like 4 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
You know, a
and
lot of people go
that's
ahead.
with the like the staying and like making your connection in Miami. So
Mm.
yeah, I
So a lot of people are looking to move out of the country right now. A lot of people. So if you what would be the thing that would attract people instead of going to Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic? What would you say a reason they should choose Belize?
All right, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to give a little bit of history. So Belize is the only English-speaking country in Central America, and
Oh,
Belize has the largest barrier reef on this side of the hemisphere, just behind Australia. So a lot of people
okay.
go to Belize to because the water is beautiful. It's right there, the Caribbean, right? They go scuba diving if you're into like water activities.
Mm-hmm.
Belize is the secret gem, and a lot of people don't know about it. So I'm here to, yeah, I'm here to share, right? Because like you said, sharing is caring, right?
Absolutely. And Deidre D said, big up my beautiful Belize. That's right. And hey, Fernando, we got Fernando or Fernando. Is it Fernando or Fernando? Fernando in the house out here to support. And I love what PRD Diaz said. It's truly beautiful there. I have been lucky enough. Yes, you've been blessed enough to support Dr. Charles with an event there. So next time you have an event there, can I be a speaker at the event
Yes,
in
yes, I
Belize?
got you.
I'm just
I got you.
saying. Look, Dr. Charles, don't forget about your sister.
No,
Look, have
no.
me be a speaker at that event. How often do you have events in Belize?
So right now, I'm glad you asked that question. I had an event in 2022, but I'm
Okay.
looking to try to put an event together this year that I'm
Oh,
working on because I'm also I just giving back is part of my journey, right? So I
absolutely.
joined Mental Health Advocates Dangriga, which
Mm,
is an organization that promotes mental health to the
mm.
community, and
Okay.
so they need some support. And so I'm trying to give voice to what they're doing because they just had a symposium last month in
Oh,
December, and it
okay.
was focused on the kids and the children because sometimes we neglect our children, and
Mm,
so they gave the children the voice in order to say, hey, what's going on with your mental health, and I'm from the like Generation X, right? I'm not
mm-hmm,
from Generation X. I'm from like the different generations from the past. And sometimes this generation we take for granted like
mm,
what we can do to really help them. And we complain
mm-hmm.
about them. But I'm here to tell this generation, guess what? They complain about my generation too. Right. So again, it's just giving them the voice and not thinking that we know it all and we
That's
know
good.
what they're feeling, we know what they're going through. Sometimes we need to listen. That's why we have two ears and one mouth. So yeah. So
Absolutely. That's a whole word in itself. Sometimes we need to listen. Somebody put that in the chat. Just put listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. No. Just put listen, listen. No, because sometimes, like you say, we think we hearing, and it's like I'm like trying to tell people sometimes, like, hear my heart. Like you're not listening. You're already when people are trying to respond, they're listening to respond instead of to hear. I know that's right. Blessed for life. She put listen Linda in there for real. but but yes, yes, yes. So I love it. So I'm ready. Like I said, anybody else. I'm the only one that I saw put Belize in the chat. I know PRD Diaz put, they've been there. And Deidre D apparently has been there as well. But I guess I need to hurry up and go. Fernandez, have you been to Belize? Anybody else on here been to Belize or want to go? Y'all let me know because I need to get that book. Y'all need to get that book so y'all can learn about Belize before you
Mhm.
go. So you talking about the food? Talk about the food. Is it like the
Mhm.
average Caribbean? Now my father's Jamaican. I don't know if you know that, but is it is it like Caribbean food, like Jamaican and
Yeah.
um? Okay,
So we
okay,
cook rice and beans,
okay. That's what I was
chicken.
great.
Yeah, right. You
Rice
said
and
rice and peas, right?
right, rice and peas. That's what I was
Well,
saying.
rice and beans. Yeah, yeah.
And plantain
Chicken,
and
plantains,
okay,
right? Salad, right?
okay, and
Coleslaw. They
curry
have
and
a
okay,
curry.
curry goats and
So
okay,
yeah,
roast beef.
I'm from the Garifuna culture,
Hmm.
which is a mixture of Arawak and African. And so
Ah,
we have our own dish. We have the hudut. So in the book, you see a picture of the hudut. It's smashed plantains, right? You
okay.
said with like you have several ways to make the gravy with
Mm,
coconut milk,
oh,
and
okay,
right, you have fish, right? Snapper. I mean,
okay.
yeah. So
Red
the food is
pepper.
awesome.
Mhm.
There's
Yes.
there are many cultures there. Again, I appreciate there's the mestizo, the Maya. Again, I'm Garifuna, so the Garifuna culture got the Creole, and so many. So it's a beautiful place. I mean, I call it a gem because a lot of people don't know about it, and I wanted to
Mhm.
give it some exposure so that
Okay.
people can go. I mean, it's broken down into three main entities. You have the coastal, which is the Caribbean. You have
Mhm.
inland, and then you have mountains. So whatever it is that you want, Belize can offer that to you. So if
Nice.
anybody want to learn more, please reach out to me. You have my handles, and I'll definitely be more than happy to share what I can.
Absolutely. You could connect with him on Facebook there. I'm also going to share with you his LinkedIn and his TikTok. So, and his Instagram. And so, yes, 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 definitely connect with Dr. Charles Castillo because I am telling you, he is a wealth of information, not just as a veteran of the United States military, which he is a wealth of information about that as well, but also, in addition to that, a wealth of information about different countries, about leadership, about mental health. So people think, I'm very diverse. I think he's a little bit more diverse than me. So make sure you connect with him. Make sure you follow him. Make sure I'm going to put his TikTok in, but make sure you definitely just really, really support, but share his information as well. So, again, I'm super excited about going to Belize and
Yeah,
being a
let's do
speaker
it.
at your next event in Belize. So, yes, give me those dates when you get that taken care of. But do they have a lot of veterans in Belize? Do you know of U.S. military veterans?
Yes, actually, the U.S. go and train, do some training in Belize. So a lot
Okay.
of veterans that retire, they end up going to Belize, finding a place because the money is $2, $2, $1 US is $2 Belize. So your money doubles over there.
Wow.
Right?
Now
So
that's huge. That's what I need to hear. Okay. That is huge. So my money is worth a whole lot more in Belize than and the property value is, I mean, the property is probably a lot less expensive as well.
yeah, a lot less expensive. But I will say a lot of what you call it, like expatriates, they go into Belize now and they buying the land, and
Mm,
they're
mm.
raising the the price of land. So with everything as growth continues, but really Belize has a lot of land that's available. It's just
Nice.
about
Talk about 20,
the
30, 40
process.
acres for pennies on a dollar because our 2 to 1.
Yeah,
Wow, that is huge. That's huge. That's I'm glad you shared that because again, when people are looking to live outside of the country, you got to look at, especially if you're still self-employed and earning the dollar, right? Or you're getting dollar
exactly.
income like the retirement income you're getting from the military. So that is so awesome. So hey Jay, we got Jay Cappage in the house. Or he said
Jay
good.
Cat is one of my former soldiers when I was armor. When I was just came in, like I said, I've been diverse. I've been an armor enlisted sergeant. I went over to the medic side for a few minutes, and then I transitioned to AG. So very diverse, very blessed, and honored. And Jason was one of my soldiers, and
Awesome.
I'm happy that he could join
Yes.
conversation.
Thank you for joining, Jason. So yeah, that is so funny because I was to say similar class. I was actually admin first, and then I went in the medical. And when I was going to get commissioned, then I tell you, I was going to be signal corps because one of my degrees is in IT. But it is so funny that you say it's like you, as we, and you know what? We have to be able to adapt
Mhm.
when you're in the military. You have to be able to. So I actually got hurt in advanced camp and I was hospitalized. And then I got hurt again. So I didn't I didn't actually get commissioned because I got hurt, even though I went in the green and gold program. But it's just so, amazing that we have to be diverse as veterans of the United States military. And people wonder why, well, how can you bounce back? How can you go through some of the things you've been through? And I really truly believe being in the military has taught veterans how to really overcome a lot of different adversity. And so, I mean, did you ever get deployed to fight in any, I don't want to call them wars, but
Conflicts.
conflicts? Thank you.
Yes, I got you,
So were
madam.
you ever deployed?
Yes, so I went to Iraq,
Okay.
and I was able to, and I'm glad that you asked that question, because I said two of my pillars, that foundation of which I stand on, is resilience and hope, right?
Mm,
So what I've learned is, like, and what I teach is, resilience is the
mhm.
how, and
Mm,
the hope is the why, right? So for
wow.
me, when I was deployed, my hope, right, that kept me grounded, was getting back to see my family, my wife and my
Mhm,
children, my brothers and sisters, right,
mhm.
my mom, my dad. And so those were what kept me going when you heard some things, right? And I'm like,
Right.
you're not getting me. I got to get back. So that's what gave me hope
I
to
love
be
it.
able to to get through that moment, and then be resilient as I had to bounce back from certain things, right?
Mm,
And so this is one of the, the things I want the audience to remember, right? Find your why, find your hope,
that's
because in this life you will get in storms. You've been through storms, so you've been out of those storms, so that shows your resilience. Remember, I tell you have to be reminded, but you
yeah.
have to have a why, so that when you're in when you're in that storm, your why keeps you grounded and keeps you from flying around in the tornado or the hurricane, and then help you get out, and you keep your eyes on the prize, on that
Mm,
why to get out. And then you can go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com and get you a therapist, so that you can see what got you into that storm, right?
that is so, so good. You said two things I just put in chat. Find your why. Somebody put that in the chat. Find your why, find your why. And then you said keep your eyes on the prize. So I've done, in addition to the military, of course, I've done network marketing businesses. And that was one of the things that they used to say, what is your why? Because your why, if you know your why, the how is going to take care of itself. Right.
Mhm.
And so if we know our why and stay focused on our why, no matter what distractions, no matter what deterrence, no matter what comes our way, we are so laser focused. And I like to use the analogy of when you're firing your weapon and you have to zero in on your target when you're firing your weapon, when you're going to qualify, right? And so they give us all these different things we needed to do: breathe, relax, aim, and squeeze. But if we deter, right? If we get distracted, we hear something, and so we may not hit the target. And so, but if we stay laser focused and, like you said, keep our eyes on the prize, then we're going to get to the end result. So if the end result for you was getting back to your family, and we see you made it here, right?
There you
So
go. Okay. Okay.
and so I love, love, love that. But make sure, yes, I love what, yes, that's right, Blessed for Life. She said, find your why. Jay said, A Resilient Mind is a great book that helps me. Awesome. Thank you, Jay. Have you went on Amazon and did a review, Jay? If you have not gone on Amazon, please make sure you go on Amazon and do a review. It helps authors. And I want to encourage everyone. Hey, Anita, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And so, but definitely, we are excited about his book. So make sure you go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com, because we all have things we need to bounce back from, and we can't stay down. right? We can't stay down. We have to make sure when we fall down. And I know Les Brown, one of my mentors, Les Brown said, if you fall down, try to fall on your back, because if you could look up, you can get up. Right.
Yeah.
And so we got to start making sure we get up and get up quickly, because there's been times where I stayed down too long and I'm like, I felt like I wasted so much time when I was down. And it's like, no, when something happens now, you got to get back up, and you got to get back up quickly, because things are happening and somebody else is at the other end of your blessing. Somebody else is at the other end of our obedience. Somebody else is at, we can't be down too long, because if we down, how are we going to pull somebody else up back up, right? And so I'm getting a little excited about what you're saying. But yes, we have to be in a position where we are pulling people, our battle buddies, or like I said, our family members, our friends, if we're going to be able to pray for them, we have to be able, just like, and they say when you get on a flight, right? They say put on your mask first before you help somebody else put on their mask, because we have to be able to help ourselves before we can help somebody else. So, I,
Can I add to that?
yes,
Because
absolutely.
that's what we teach here at Mental Resilience Counseling, is
Mm,
that again, you cannot pour from an empty cup,
you
right?
can't, you can't.
So we teach you how to do what you're passionate about, do
Yeah,
what you're good at, build your talent, fill
yeah,
your cup, and
yeah.
then when your cup overflows,
Mm,
right? Your cup will
yeah.
never go empty, but then you're helping others. And that's one of the tenets that we teach here at Mental Resilience Counseling.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. So y'all make sure you go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com. If you have not already liked, y'all like what you're hearing. This is some good stuff. I told y'all get y'all notes out, your pen and pad. So make sure when I was in the military, we always had to have a pen in our pocket. And you always want to have a pen on. Look, he got it. I love it. I got mine a little fancy. I got like a little diamond top. And people's like, how you so bougie and so fancy? How did you make it in the military? I can't. By matter of fact, I had some aunts. I have three aunts retired from the army, and one of them is a retired lieutenant colonel. And I remember when I told them I was going in the military as a, I was a teenage parent. I got married at 18, separated at 19, and divorced by the time I was 20. So it didn't sound like a good, at the time. And my ex-husband is a army veteran as well, but I just didn't sound like I was on a good path. And one of my aunts, and I was, when I straight out of high school, I went to school to be a cosmetologist, a hairstylist. My mom owned a salon when her husband was stationed in Hawaii. Because my whole, my daughter is actually fifth generation Army. So we have a long line of veterans. And one of my aunts said to me, you wouldn't make it a day in the military. He's
Challenge
laughing at
accepted.
me.
No, challenge accepted.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So that was fuel for me to say, not only am I going to make it, but I'm going to be an overachiever. I'm going to max my PT test. I'm going to, be a sharpshooter or expert. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. And of course, because I was an overachiever, I got into that green to gold program. But I was like, nobody can tell me what I can't do. And that's how we have to be in this life. That's how we have to bounce back. We have to be unstoppable. We have to know that this resilience thing that he has, the counselor. And if you need help, go to his website and get the help you need so that you can bounce back from some things. And go get his book. Go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com. Go get all five of his books, right? Go get The Resilient Mind. Get the Cash Capital Enterprise. And if you already have his books, get some for a guest. Get gifts. Get one for your family member if it helped you. Who said it helped them earlier? Someone said, Jay said it helped him earlier. So, Jay, go get a copy of his book for some of your friends, some of your family members, some of your coworkers, right? Because we know that it's time for us to go to the next dimension. It's time for us, now that you're good because you read his book, Jay. Now it's time for you to get that book for someone else, to help someone else. So if you've read the book, do a review. If you've done reviews, get a copy of the book for someone else as well, because we want everyone to be as resilient as we are. We want everyone to have that mindset, right? I love the part where it says a resilient mind, because if you could change your mind, you can change your life. And that's
Definitely.
why I love Romans 12 and 1 and 2 in the Bible. And it says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so we have to renew our minds daily with the word of God, renew our minds daily with reading books like Dr. Charles Castillo books, right? And so again, I'm super excited. So since you've written 5 books, right? I have a question really quick.
Mhm.
What would you say to someone that they had a vision for a book, 5, 6? Matter of fact, I met a lady day before yesterday. I had a conversation. She said 30 years ago, God gave her a vision for this book. What would you say to them to help them get their book released in 2026? So they're not leaving out of 2026 without releasing their books. What would you say to that person?
The one thing I would say is follow a process, right? Develop a process and follow a process. One of the things that I've learned over the years is people that actually finish, there's a process to writing a book. Will
Mm,
you get like stuck? Yes, because you're human. And sometimes the book that you're writing can be meant to heal you, but because you're dealing with something internal, with subconscious, it's stopping you from getting that process going, right? So remember that. Follow a process. I have a process that I show people how to go about to start and finish the book, but you have to follow the process.
I love that. Follow the process. Oh my goodness. That is so amazing. Follow the process, follow the process, follow the process. I love it. So again, make sure you are connected. I put okay, so PRDDS said all about shifting the mindset. I totally agree with you.
Can I
Yes.
add to that?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
right now I'm working on a program that I'm looking to get to organizations like the VA that is going to enhance what they're doing. I'm not trying to replace, I'm not trying to take away from, I'm trying to enhance. And again, it's focused on resilience and hope,
Mm,
right? But I like to share, because I had it as part of my note, my colleague, Lieutenant Colonel Diaz, she's working on a program that we'll be able to collaborate together, and it's
mm,
called Shift, right? Like shifting the mindset. Her
yeah.
focus is on children. Shift is focused on children
Mm,
in 5th and 8th grade, right?
mm.
Because again, we need to understand the children are our future. I'm not singing
Yeah.
Whitney Houston because I don't have a good voice, right? And we need to
Okay.
go ahead and understand that the seed that we plant,
Mm,
those seed turn out with the fruits that eventually come down. So let's not forget that we can shape, and we will shape one way or the other, whether we do or we don't do something, right? So get the programs that's out there that's
mhm.
here to promote. And again, I'm glad that I'm able to work with Lieutenant Colonel B, right, on her
Yes.
program, so that as we work together. I focus more on the adult side, right?
Mhm.
It's for children too, but I like what she does is like she's targeting a specific age group because the bullying is taking place, right? I
Yes.
have my buddy Jerry Green.
Mm,
He wrote a book, bullying is a drug, right? And
wow.
he started his business to advocate for not only children but adults, because sometimes adults are the one doing the bullying in school, right? As teachers, I mean, I could talk about
Absolutely.
an experience I had, and I'm sure you probably have, and so many people. And we need to educate ourselves, and we need to get advocates going and support what they're doing to try to stop the bullying that's happening in
Absolutely.
different places, but definitely in our schools. And by some of the people that don't even know that they're doing it, which is sad, right? So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm working with a lot of different organizations, with a lot of different individuals. I have a team. So I have Dr. Craig. He's the the founder of Recovering from Society, right?
Mm,
He's a part of
uh,
my team.
okay.
He's a psychiatrist.
Mm,
So how we describe it is like he does the meds, I
uh-huh.
work on the heads, right?
Oh, I
So,
love that. Okay.
I have another team member, Dr. Trevon.
Uh-huh.
Trevon. He has pivot in minds. You talk about
Okay.
shifting the mindset, pivot the mindset. I
Yeah.
had action zone. I'm part of. I support Action Zone. Action Zone does support military. Right now we have a cohort 23. I'm a part of it. Seven
Wow.
weeks. They teach you about building a business, finding out how to build a business. Don't waste money before you have to spend the money, and all these different things. So a lot of these organizations that I'm a part of, and again, I mentioned mental health and Griga, these organizations are making a difference. So if
Amen.
you have any organizations that you need support, please reach out to me. One of my big saying in the military, I don't know how to do it, but I know somebody who can, and I
That's
will find
it.
that person. Right?
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that because again, I
Mhm.
do have a lot of veterans that watch and that support and that I'm still connected with. And so if you all have not already done so, he's given some good information. And matter of fact, share this broadcast with a veteran you know. Everyone knows a veteran. Share this so that you can get some of the veteran resources. You never know what resources your veteran uh friends, family members may need. But go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com. Get a copy of one of his books. I'm definitely want to get that Belize books. And also join his mailing list so you can find out about all these great programs he's talking about. Make sure you definitely connect with him. And so, yes, 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 we are super excited. So, I'm going to tell you where you could connect with Dr. Charles Castillo, definitely at mentalresiliencecounseling.com. You also want to connect with him on his Facebook, and you also want to connect with him on LinkedIn, TikTok, and also Instagram. You want to connect with him all those places. Don't leave one, just go to all of them. But I'm excited. So, what's next for Dr. Charles Castillo? What is your I know you talked about you're working on the sixth book. Do you want to tell us about what that is, what that's called? And yeah, tell us a little bit
Okay,
about that.
so I don't want to tell you what the book is called because I don't know if you. I'm sure you probably experienced this. Whatever title I give the book starting out, it's never the title that I end up with, right? It's never. So,
I just
but
had I have a client that has actually changed her book title 3 times.
Mhm. Yeah,
And she already had the book cover done and
mhm,
everything. So that's fine. Okay, so you
yeah.
don't have to give the
But the
tell
book, but I will say the book is kind of tied to the resilient mind. It's I'm going to be writing about emotions. So I'm
Mhm.
giving emotions a voice. So it's like a poem with the emotions speaking from the emotions perspective, which I think some of us may be able to relate
I
to
actually like that, what you just said, giving emotions a voice.
Mhm.
I like that as a title.
Mhm.
And then just
Mhm.
have a subtitle, but
Mhm. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
Very
working on right now. I'm working on it with my children, right?
mm,
And with my family, because again, I'm see these gray hairs. I'm a little bit, I've been through life, right? But they just coming up, and so for us to then collaborate from
yeah.
my generation to theirs, so that we're not missing anybody. That's one of the focus on this next book coming out in August
Awesome.
of 2026.
So thank you so much.
Mhm.
ARSC24 says fruitful February,
Bless.
everyone. Thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
Amen.
Yeah.
So we're looking for it in August, right?
Okay, August, right? It's going to be.
Awesome.
I
So he
also have.
okay.
I mean to cut you up, but I also have an event that's going on the 28th of February.
Hmm.
I'm going to put out the flyer. I'll send you some information on it. And it's a workshop. And basically, if you get the book, you can definitely participate in the conversation and knowing what we're talking about because the workshop is about the resilient mind, about some of the things that's in there. I know we didn't really get to talk about it because we was talking about so many different things, but the resilient mind talks about the different emotions, negative emotions, positive emotions. But one of the things that you can relate to, I'm sure, when you when you go talk to somebody, your leader, they say, don't just bring me a problem, bring some solutions. And so
Absolutely.
the resilient mind offers some solutions to grief, some solutions to
Mm,
guilt, right? And some of these solutions might be just going to volunteer and help the elderly, right? So it's
wow.
a win-win. So those are some of the tenets. And at the end of every chapter, there's interactive activities that you can do so that you can say, okay, I can hold on to that. So it's a great book. And like I said, I will admit I am biased, right? But if
Of
I didn't
course,
write
of
it and I
course.
read this book, because like you said, I read a lot of books. And so there's some books that I've recommended in the back of the book for you to go ahead and for you to read. And like I read a book, one book a month. Right now, I just finished Good to Great. And before
Awesome.
that, I finished 3 Feet from Gold. And I don't get paid to talk about these books, but these books can really help shape your mindset and help you to become what God already know that you are going to be. Just follow the process.
Amen. Now, who's the author of the second book? I've read Good to Great, but the second book I don't think I've heard of. Who is
From
that?
I got to get the title because I have a lot of books in
Okay,
my
it's
head.
okay. So can you
But
say
yeah,
the title again?
3 Feet from Gold,
Wow.
GOLD,
Yes,
right?
3 feet.
And
I
it's
love it.
talks
I love
about
that title. I'm gonna have to look
mhm,
that one up
yeah,
too.
3 Feet from Gold, being
Mm,
about again. A lot of us we miss our blessings
mm.
because we stop just short of our blessing. And that's what 3 Feet from Gold is saying. Don't stop till you get to where you know you're meant to go. And so these are some of the things that we also teach at the Resilient Mind, at Mental Resilience Counseling. So we don't put you on the couch, right? We have a conversation just like we're having here, so we can figure out, talk about ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, because a lot of times what you're dealing with now, the foundation was from when you was a child. We talk about trauma and different things. So just reach out
Wow.
to
Yes,
us.
childhood trauma is
It's
huge.
huge.
It's you cannot discount that. And like, yeah, you're right. A lot of people are going through what they go through. That helps shape them. And that's why not just them, we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, PRD, for she's just finished 3 feet from gold as well. Awesome. So yeah, I just looked it up. So definitely. And it reminds me because there used to be a meme on Instagram all the time. And a guy, it was two, one on top and one on bottom. And the guy is like, you can see the gold, and he would just like turn around. And you
Click where you
remember that
click.
meme? It used to be
Yes.
really, really popular on Instagram. And when you said 3 feet from gold, that was the image I saw in my. That's like we really are. If we could just persevere, if we could just press towards the mark of the high calling and be finishers and don't give up so
Yeah.
easily. Hey, Audrey, welcome. Somebody, I need y'all to put that in the chat. Don't give up. Don't give
Mhm.
up. Don't give up. That because this, yeah, that resilient mind, that is about not giving up
Not
as
giving up.
well.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
don't
the
give
ten- that's the foundation of the resilient mind. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If your
up.
mind gives up, you give in. So
Wow.
don't do that. Right. So
Right,
these are just
right.
some of the lessons that's in the book. And again, if you need me to go speak at some event, just reach out to me. I'm more than happy to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yes, please go to mentalresiliencecounseling.com. Get several copies of his books. Get it for gifts, get it for friends, get it for family members. You never know who may need to bounce back from a situation or circumstance. That's right. Audrey said, don't give up. She's actually from New York as well. And in New York, he's actually grew up in New York, Audrey. So,
Brooklyn in the house.
yes,
DK
New
all day.
York. Yes, New Yorkers are in the house. And so, yes, so we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap up. Do you have any last words you would like to share with the Six Figure Author Soundstage podcast audience?
Yeah. Again, thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to just have a conversation and share our thoughts. But I'd like to finish with this photo that's in the back, right?
Okay.
I have a session on this photo, and anybody who knows the poem Footprints,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
this is what this photo represents. Like we all go through things, and when somebody saw a set of footprints, they question it, and they question why. Anytime I go through things, like I see one set of footprints. And to
Mhm.
summarize, the Lord says,
He's
when you needed to be carried, I
yeah.
carried you. So right here, mental resilience counseling, that's what we're here. We're here to be a vessel. We're here to educate. But guess what? We not just educate, we learn, right?
Mhm.
It said learn more to earn more, right? So again, reach out to me, reach out to the team, right? And we'll be more than happy to share. Again, we have that event coming out on the 28th of February. It's a workshop. and it's called Reset and Rise. My logo is a phoenix because I put the phoenix in everything I do, because you can beat a phoenix down, you can bend it, but you do not and will never break it. And when it comes back even stronger. And
Oh, I
that's what
love
resilience is
that.
all about. So thank you very much.
Wow. So really quick though, I gotta ask you this. So is the workshop virtual or in person?
So we give both opportunities. So it's virtual for those who all around the world, right? It's $10 for you to attend.
Mm.
Like we trying to reach out to the mental health community. So the mental health clinicians, they'll pay just a little bit more, $15. But what we're trying to do, we're trying to build a network where I might not be able to help you, right? But now I can send somebody, I can give you references to somebody that can really help you. And I don't just want to send somebody just because I see you. I want us to build the community, have lunch. So when I recommend you and I refer you, I'm just not referring, because my name is important to me. So I'm not
Absolutely.
just going to refer somebody because I just need to refer them. I have to get to know you. I want you to get to know me, because one of the things that my clients love about me is the authenticity. So I'll tell you what it is. Don't get it twisted, right? But
Uh,
again, you have to build that relationship. So
yeah.
it's going to be virtual and it's going to be in person. It's going to be limited seats. So please just try to
Awesome.
let's have this
So the
conversation.
in person is in Tampa?
It's in Tampa,
In
right?
Tampa,
It's in
Florida. Okay,
Tampa.
awesome.
I'll
So
send you
yeah,
the information.
yeah, please do that. I already have an event. It's so funny. I just committed like 2 days ago to an event on
Share
February
it,
8th.
share it.
But yeah, it's a prayer breakfast, and I have a prayer book, so I'll be, selling my books at the prayer, connecting with people at the prayer breakfast, and selling my books. But definitely, you want to go, and they could go on your website to register for
Yeah,
that,
they can
right?
go on the website. There's links there, and
Awesome.
it's on LinkedIn. I mean, we
Okay.
put in all the social media because again, there's something going on, and we don't need to continue to not pay attention, because
Mm,
ignoring it doesn't make things any better. Usually, it makes
absolutely.
it worse. Right?
Absolutely. Awesome. Like you said, find the solution. Let's
Mhm.
be a
Solutions.
solutionists. Let's find the solutions to those things that are going on in the problem. So thank you again for joining us. It is such a pleasure to have you. Thank you for your service again and for
Thank
servicing
you.
our veterans. And I'm just, again, make sure y'all go get his book though. Go get his book, Mental, or one of his several books, Mental Resilience Counseling. If you have not given us a thumbs up and like the broadcast, go ahead and like the broadcast and make sure you share, because sharing is caring. All right.
Thank
I
you,
thank you
Melanie.
again.
Dr. Melanie, I
Hey,
appreciate
hey,
it. And I look forward to us
anything.
collaborating, right? We got to work together too.
Absolutely.
All right. All right.
Absolutely. See
All right.
y'all later.
Take care.
Bye. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.